Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Now today's video I'll be heading down to Petersfield as there's an antiques fair going on and I'll be going there to look for any coins they have to sell, and of course I will buy some coins if there are any there. So without any further ado, let's head to Petersfield Antique Fair. So now at the antiques fair I paid the £4 admission and went in looking for coins. However, the reason I didn't take any footage there is because there was no coins, sadly. There was mainly only sort of jewellery, ceramics and like paintings and artwork, which would still look nice to look around, but there were sadly no coins. So coin hunting at Petersfield was a big failure overall, but I didn't want to, leave empty-handed as it were. So I then went before coming home to my more local antique shop to buy some coins, and don't you worry because I've done amazingly well at the antique shop, making up for the loss at Petersfield. I've actually done much better than usual at the antique shop and bought some amazing coins spanning 400 years of history, silver, just great stuff, and I won't babble on anymore. Let's see the coins I really did buy at my normal antique shop. Right then, so after all that, let's look at some coins and see what I actually bought at my usual antique shop. I'll give you a sneak peek as usual, and then we'll get into the good stuff one by one, worst to the best. Whoa, pretty good sneak peek there. So let's jump straight into it. And now, as always at the antique shop, the first two, or not just two, but the first ones will be these. I got two this week of silver 3 princes for my trough to keep on adding them in. Firstly, a 1919. And these are nice coins, by the way, although they're just silver weight for me. This is over 100 years old, sterling coin from the era of World War I, just after 1919. This one is 1917, so this one is a World War I silver coin, and I do like this design a lot actually. Jean-Baptiste Malin, Maundy style 3 pence design there. Then to the obvious again in this one, the Bertram McKinnell portrait of King George V. So two King George V 3 princes there, 1919 and 1917. Let's add them in to the trough. So here it is, as we know very well, 50% silver to this side, sterling silver to this side. So there's these two. Lovely, more silver added to that. So that's the silver weight coins. Now onto the collectible coins, beginning with, what should we start with? Probably this one here. This is, as we can see, this is a farthing. Let's zoom into this one. This is a very nice farthing, it must be said, just not condition-wise, it's decent condition, but the date, 1864. Now all dates for these coins will be on screen as I talk about them, so you can see how rare or how common they are. This is one of the earliest farthings made of the bronze issue, after being first released in 1860, as the usual Britannia design there, the date to the bottom, 1864, and the wording farthing to the top. Bit of damage as we can see, bit of wear overall, but not too bad. There's Victoria to the obverse, with her bun head portrait by Leonard Charles Wyon, legend around. So a cool coin, and this coin cost me £2.50, which I believe isn't a bad price for such a coin, and better yet, it is a new coin for my date run. Now this was not the only, sort of spoiler alert here, this is not the only farthing I bought this week. So I'll put it here for now, and we'll add these farthings in that I bought to the date run after I've shown you all of them. So we'll do the next few farthings first, beginning with this one, carrying on with this one here, which is an 1868 farthing. It says here that it's fair condition. I'd say that is true, to be fair. I paid £2 for this coin, so even better, even cheaper price than this one. This is 1868, which is a rarer date, I believe, but you'll see there from on screen. Now I'm not going to keep it in this coin flip, so let's get it out of here. I mean, some people do store their coins like this. Personally, I don't store coins in here because I like to actually hold them, because I want to actually hold what I buy, as these are circulation coins and they're meant to be held. Now then, this is as I said, 1868, as we can see there. So a cool, nice old one again. Then we have again the young head Victoria to the obverse, and again one for my date run. So for only £2, I couldn't say no, as I'm closing in on finishing the farthings. Not too many dates to go. I bought 3 to fill up this week, and the third one is very, very lovely. And I said worst to best. I'm gonna sort of, put this one in now. It would be later, but we'll do the farthings first. So I'll show this one now. Without any further ado, this is an 1886 farthing. Now just look at this. This is a truly magnificent coin. I do rather like this. I think it has been cleaned, is the problem. But although potentially a bit cleaned, the condition, the actual sort of wear to the coin is just so minimal that it's amazing. again, and as well to the obverse there, sorry. Look at that. Just a stunning portrait of Victoria. This is how the portrait is meant to look, by the way. Here, it looks good. You can see what it is. But this one just shows how the portrait is really meant to look and did look back in the 1800s when Victoria was reigning. So a lovely coin. This one I paid £4 for, which is, I think, a bit higher than those two. But, for that condition, £4 for an 1800s coin, a good price in my eyes. So let's add them in and then move on to some silver. So here we have the farthing date run. And let's just zoom out a little bit here. See, there we are. So there's some dates that we can see there that I've now got. So let's begin with that 1864 we had first. Here it is, a nice coin. And now we can go in to the farthing date run. Very nice indeed. Getting rid of that bit of paper there. That's what I like to do. Then we had that 1868, which is there. We can add this one in as well. Very nice. Once again, removing that paper. And then the last one, that lovely 1886, as we can see here, can now be added in over here. Oh, sorry. There it is. And be added in over here. So there we are. Not too many. How many do we need? There's 4 there and 4 there. So 8 more. And I must admit also on the second tray, I do need 1956. So that's 9 more to go. Now less than 10, just single digits left of needing farthings for the collection, for the bronze farthings, back to 1860. So there we go. Very lovely indeed. As I'm sure you'll agree, I do like the farthings as a cool denomination, a very sort of English denomination, a quarter of a penny. Now then, on to some silver as promised, beginning with this. What is this, you ask? Well, let's zoom in. Can you tell what this coin is? I'll give you a moment. I think you can tell, rather, that this is, in fact, and the obverse helps, a Gothic florin. Now, very luckily, although it's, really very destroyed, that's just kind of smooth, but for a centre, you can just see an outline, really, on that side, and again, sort of a silhouette of Victoria here. Not even a silhouette, it's just so rubbed in the centre. But luckily, the date is still actually pretty good nick. The date is there. Let's work out the date. M is 1,000, D is 500, so that's 1,500, and then C is 100s. That's 1,500 plus 300, 1,800, of course. 1,800, then we got a L there, which is 50, so 1850, and then V, I think, and then VI, so 1856 is the date for this farthing, for this florin. It's an 1856 Gothic florin. So when you hear that, that's not a bad coin, as it is an earlier date of Gothic florin. However, the condition just really is treacherous on this coin. It really is a very terribly worn coin, allowing me to get it for under the silver price at only £5, just a fiver for this coin. There's the mintage. I think it's, not a very highly minted coin, a fairly rare coin perhaps even, but, in this grade it really isn't much worth other than the silver, so I got it for below the silver, which is, you can't say no to that. And for now, I put it into the date run, but, I would be looking for an upgrade for my collection, definitely for that. There we are. And I'll add it into the date run in just one moment, as I did buy a second silver florin to add into the collection today, at the antique shop, so I'll show you that now. And here it is, another Gothic florin. This one, a bit better. You can kind of actually see the design here, with the 4 crowned shields, the flowers of the national flowers there, and then the centre sort of cross thingy to the centre, with the wording 1 florin to the top, 1/10 of the pound to the bottom. Still a very worn coin. What date is this one? Let's find out. This is, see, the date here is actually more worn, but we can see, although the 1800 part is worn off, it has to be 1800 because that's when they were made. We've got L, so that's 50, 1850, 60, 71, 1871. Another new florin for the collection. So 2 new Gothic florins for the collection. They're both quite worn, especially this one. So they might not be, the sort of forever coins as they were. I would perhaps definitely looking for upgrades for this, and even looking for an upgrade for this. But for now, by the way, this was, and this one cost me £7. So again, I think that was actually under spot price of silver, to be honest, because there's about 10 grams of silver here. So that was 70 pence a gram, so just over silver. This was 50 pence a gram, so just under silver. So, not a bad price for those two. Let's add them in to the florin collection. Here is the florin collection. You're not doing too well, it must be said. There's lots of gaps to fill there, but you can do filling 2 gaps today. 1856, this one here, just about. As long as the date's visible, I call it the coin. Let's get this paper out. There we are. Doesn't really matter what way up it goes, but there we go. That is in the date run. And then 1871, a bit nicer, to be fair, especially the reverse there. You can definitely see what coin this is. 1871. Boom. So 2 new florins into the florin date run. We're getting quite a nice row here. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. That's quite a nice one. Yeah, lovely. Anyway, I do like a Gothic florin, so very glad to add 2 more. Now then, there are 2 coins left. Firstly, this one, a very worn old penny. That's worth not much at all. Aha, well, it is actually from 1871, as we can see there. Now, for those of you that know old pennies, you will know 1871 is a very rare year. Look at that. That's not a very rare coin. That's a smudged, very worn old penny. Aha, 1871, meaning I paid much more for this, as it is a gap for my date run. Now, the mintage there on screen, and although the mintages are, how many were produced that year, they cannot always be trusted fully, as some of them, some of them will be lost after all this time since the 1870s. I did not actually buy this one from the antique shop, but rather online from eBay. It cost me £5 on eBay, plus £1.55 postage, so £6.55. I think, it's a good deal, mainly just got because it's not the best coin in terms of, condition or stuff like that, but it is just a new date. So we can add it in now to my penny date run, one of the very, very few, in fact, the penultimate date needed for the penny date run. So let's add it in. So there they are, the 2 dates needed for my penny date run, 1869 and 1871, which we now have here. So let's add this in, the penultimate one. Boom, there we go. So just 1 coin needed. This one here cost about £25, even in sort of this kind of worn grade. But I will get that quite soon, I think, just to, now I've got so close, as you can see, to finish my penny date run. This is only up to 1899, so this is the 1800s, so 1860 to 1899. Then it continues, but, I've got all the other ones just needing now 1869. So very cool. Right, I must apologise for the length of this video. I didn't realise I'd bought quite so much this week. It's going on for a little bit of a while, but we'll end it off now, with the last coin, which cost me 25. Let's just go for it. I can't focus it. Look at that. It is a James II coin. This is wrong. They labelled it wrongly, as it in fact is an 1687. I'm getting it wrong as well. 1687 2p or half groat. Now what we'll see here is it has been holed. Now this is true. Now it's not the best, but the point is for this coin, that is King James II, who only reigned for 3 years, 1685 to 1687. Not even a full 3 years on the throne. So his coins, because of that, are quite scarce. And I did not have a James II coin. The only monarch missing, the only missing monarch of milled coins for my collection. So I had to buy this when I saw it for, as we can see there, £25. Lovely stuff. And I must say, this is just a great coin overall. Although it is holed, it's got a nice design, as we can see. I do like the design. Quite simple, but just gives that, older style of coin. Quite a good portrait there of James II. And for me, the main part is this portrait, as that is the missing monarch, the only portrait, the only monarch I don't have, but I now do have. So that is just a cool coin for me, to have a 1687 King James II coin. Very nice in and of itself, but also in the sort of wider sense of my collection, I now have every single monarch of coin on a milled coin. Lovely, lovely stuff. Comment down below. Is this a good price, do you think, for this old coin? Let me know. But it wasn't too much money. 25 quid, not too much. So at the time, I just went for it without even thinking about the price, as I needed James II on a coin. So there we go. A lovely coin indeed. So there we go. As always, some absolutely lovely coins. My favourite is the James II. I mean, because it's just a new monarch for me. But as always, please do comment down below the best coin that I bought in your opinion in the comments down below. Thanks for watching as always. Please do leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon for some more coins in the future on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.